This is in response to Billy's Talking Points memo from Thursday, August 20th, 2015, Trumpian versus the Democrats. And this is a clear case of what I would call extremism on Billy's part, trying to paint the Democrats so far to the left that no one will want to have anything to do with them. And he goes on to talk about how most Americans are appalled by this action. And actually, that's not the case at all. More and more Americans are going more towards what we would refer to as the center left. And they are especially looking at the Democrats to help them to get rid of the sequester, to increase the number of jobs, to increase minimum wage. We already have health care, but we even improve on that health care. So all of these things that Billy says that they are extremists on, they're not really extremists on. And remember, a lot of those things would be in a better position if the Republicans had not dramatically and drastically refused to do anything that would help the economy, because by helping the economy, it would help Obama. So we had the sequester. We had the fact that there's no new taxes, that there can't be any type of investment in the United States. Everything is getting run down, etc. But again, Billy wants to paint all of these types of things as extremism on the Democrats. What was the one thing he did good? Oh, he tried to equate that we were going to have, that we would ask for not jail time for pushers. And that really wasn't the case at all. What the case was is that even Chris Christie is indicating that the war on drugs has not worked. And we need to look at it as not a moral issue, but a brain condition. And we need to treat these people who need to be treated, not necessarily, not the pushers, but the people who are addicted to drugs. Because remember, most of the pushers are not addicted. They're out for the money. And they have to do whatever they have to do to get that money. But the people who are on drugs, who are committing the crime, who are losing time at work, these are the people that we need to help. And so Billy conflates all of these things and blames the Democrats for all of this type of stuff. But he does have a very, very precautionary tale to the Republicans themselves, because it first has to trash the Democrats and all of their extremism. But then he points out, and of course he goes overseas too. Again, all of these positions are more of the center-left positions that are much more popular, is that we can never send troops against ISIS. That we do need this deal with, we don't need this deal with Iran. Iran needs the deal more than us, but it does preclude Iran from getting a bomb for a long period of time. And there are enough caveats in there for Iraq not to want to do it, and there's enough penalties in there for Iraq not want to do it. So all of the stuff that everyone else has been claiming, especially at Fox News, is basically incorrect. But it does have a caveat in there indicating very clearly that the Republicans may be overplaying their hand. And the one thing that he's indicating that they may be overplaying their hand with is the 14th Amendment. And the term anchor babies is not something that our friends who are in this country, both legally and are undocumented, let's say, do not want to hear about anchor babies. They do not want to hear Trump spouting about that. They do not want to hear Trump yelling and screaming about how he's going to have the wall named after him, the Great Wall of Trump, named after him. And that a lot of these Republican candidates are taking that same message, and that is going to be very, very problematic for them. So this 14th Amendment thing, which is really, really showing the xenophobia of the Republicans, and at the same time, they know this plays with their base, and they need that base. This is all about South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Iowa. That's what it's all about. And Bill is basically giving them, you got to cut this shit out, because this is going to hurt you in the general election. So all of this stuff that he's ranting about the Democrats on, that's really not going to be an issue for them. What's going to be an issue is this 14th Amendment thing, this anchor baby thing, and some really, really wild xenophobic statements coming from all of the Republican candidates. It does not bode well for them at all, as the Latino population is increasing, and is increasing in states which the Republicans must have if they want any chance of getting the election in 2016.